Well, hello everyone. How is everyone on this Monday? Bob the T Steenfott? No, I'm starting early. 6 minutes early by my clock. What do you guys think of that? You're on YouTube also. Yep. So we had a bunch of people here early. Why'd I get a notification now? Because we are live. Dank says, yo Bob, you ever get that video or did it suck? Oh, shoot. Dank, I did get the video, and I promise I'll use it on Thursday. I forgot to change it. So, I'm starting 6 minutes early. We're going to bank those 6 minutes. So next week, when I'm 6 minutes late, it'll all even out. So, let's just put that in the bank for right now. Daryl Deemer, how you doing? Oh, and we already got our first super chat, which is the real reason I'm starting early. So, LG3 Nation with the $2.95 super chat at 10:41 p.m. last night. That is early. That's like a couple hours after I scheduled the live stream. I Dolly make you a holler. What? I patroned. I did see the patron. Thank you very much, Dank. For some reason, maybe I should pull that up. Oh, what do we got here? Go to Patreon. Now, I don't really talk about Patreon ever, but for some reason, the last 7 days, I have got a lot of new patrons. So, not even the last 7 days, since last Thursday. So I don't really know what's going on with that, but I appreciate it. I got 3 in 1 day, which is like a record. So that's pretty awesome. So welcome and thank you to all the new patrons. And that's about all I'll do to talk about that. How's little Steen doing? Munching on clams. Doing well. Travis said, oh man, I did the 2-2 typo. So ashamed. You should be, Travis. Pittsburgh Pets, how you doing? Fishy the Fish FTF. Mr. Science Geek, how you doing? Susan is here. Nisi, hello. Hello, everyone. Pittsburgh says, anyone know how many mealworms are in a 1/4 cup? Seeing if it's worth paying $17 for 2,000 every 3 weeks instead of getting a 1/4 cup. How many mealworms are in a 1/4 cup? I don't know. Well, one, it would depend on the size, right? Because there's adult ones, there's small ones. Mary Beth Maeve says, I got you for a year. Yep, you're good to go. I got it. Tom says, should I start over my heavily planted dirty tank and turn it into a native creek tank? That's up to you. One of the worst experiences I ever had was breaking down a dirty tank and redoing it. That was a complete mess. Flynn, it is in fact for real. Hey, I'm still early. I could stop and start again and still be on time. Dank says, just research prices online. Yep. I don't know where you're getting your mealworms, but when I bought reptile food, well, I guess it's not, you could be feeding chickens for all I know. I bought them from LLL Reptile in bulk. But now that I have a business license, I can buy them at wholesale. Buy 2 cups and breed them. How's Microsteen? Still alive, Jack, but we don't know which one Microsteen is anymore. And that entire tank, 360 degrees, is covered in algae, so that's why you haven't seen them on film recently. Oh, what else we got going on? So, I know last Thursday we were going to talk about the year-end review and got sidetracked by the 10 million dogs that were at my house. So, we'll briefly talk about that today, maybe. I don't know what just beeped, if you guys heard that. Scotch says, what's going on, Bob? Watching this at work, working crazy hours, working late. Yeah, it's pretty late for you. I get $2,000 from Rainbow. Then I also work at a pet store, so I have a 20% discount. Copper Canyon. I do not have any turtles, but I really want the turtle that I cannot remember the name of right now. I'm sure someone knows. I've said it like 100 times. Something's beeping. I hope it's not my fire alarm. What do we got here? I don't need them that much quantity. Oh. Yes, Dank. When I switched to dubia roaches, that was the greatest investment in my life. because it literally cost me nothing to feed my bearded dragons. It was great. What happened to the dogs? Still here. I'm surprised he's like right here. This dog, Chance, is always by my side 100% of the times. Ick treatment in a planted tank with snails. Green cordon didn't work. Have you heard of throwing garlic cloves in? Not garlic, but you could try. It's a really mild medicine, but Paragard. I've used Paragard to treat ick before, successfully. How do you treat gold dust disease? I've never heard of that, Sandy. I'm sorry. Chris says, hit the like button and share. Yes, even I forgot to share. Hey, stop. What else we got going on? What should I put in my 55-gallon tank? Whatever you want, my friend. Cape Cod says, go check. Well, it's not the alarm's not going off. It's like a battery low beep. So, yes, Brendan, thank you. The Diamondback Terrapin. I would love to own that turtle one day. And would you get out of there? I have 12 18-inch stocks of Wisteria Hygrophila. How much do you think I can trade them in for? That totally depends. You work at a pet store, don't you? You should know. Cynthia says, please give us an update on the goldfish. That will be this weekend's video. Tomorrow. I guess it would be Wednesdays. I have a video coming out on Wednesday, and then Sunday's video will be the goldfish. Hey. He loves his daddy. They know they got rescued. They know they were close to being killed. I did Paragard at first. I'm never getting mollies again. What do we got here? What else besides Paragard? I mean, have you tried... I'm sorry, I already forgot your comment, but have you tried Ikex? I forgot. Science Gal Aquatics says, about to break 100 subscribers. Check out my channel for your guppy love. Bob, looking for some rainbows besides my Australians and don't want Bosemani. Any other recommendations? Yep, you got about 50 others you can choose from, my friend. My recommendation is to go to the wetspot.tropicalfish.com, I think, and look at their extensive list of rainbows and then order them through Aquapets. That would be my recommendation. Ever heard of a Chinese crested high-fin shark? I have heard of a Chinese high-fin shark, but I've never heard of it called crested before. So yeah. Please give us. Okay, I got that one. He loves his daddy. Yep, got that one. Paragard. Okay, we can move down to the $2 super chat from Cynthia Daniels. Thank you, Cynthia. Appreciate it. We're gonna wait a few more minutes before we do the year-end review. Basically, just going over some YouTube numbers, which I think are pretty cool. So we'll give it a little bit more time for people to stroll on in. I got an air pump for fish miss. Now saving up for final touches, so tank I can get guppies. Just some random happy news because I'm excited. Well, congratulations, Ender Fight. Science Gal was timed out by Flynn's Fish Forum. Ooh, busted by Flynn. Let's see. Do you know of any plecos that can get in an unheated tank? Temps get down to 68. Any plecos? Bushy nose plecos. Mine get down into the upper 60s all the time. Fish Nerd, I'm doing great. I hope you're doing well too. Gold dust is the same as velvet. What should I put? Yeah, got that one. The Chinese crested high-fin shark is kind of like the Chinese created hairless dog. That's weird. I got 2 subs, pretty much as popular as me. That is correct. Winter Blues is giving me the beta bug again. I got bit by the beta bug pretty hard and went a little overboard. Got a little crazy with the betas, that's for sure. Bob Rocks, don't you sell or have good foraging places for rocks? I don't sell anything yet. Don't know if I ever will, but I do go up into the mountains. I am in the Pacific Northwest, and we have no shortage of lakes and streams and rocks. $20 sec just came from Corbish. Thank you, Mike. Susan says, got to run, Bob. I hope to catch the replay. Everyone hit the like button and share. Thank you, Susan. Will a red-tailed catfish get along with a giant, I'm assuming you're saying stingray, Both fish I have never kept. Maybe someone in chat can have some opinions on that. John Bear's Fish Room says channel change. Okay. Is there a difference between bushy nose and bristle nose plecos? No, there is not. Same thing. That's one of the problems we run into with plecos, is they all have different names. Bob sells hopes and dreams. I crush hopes and dreams, including my own. Have you seen this cichlid before? I actually recognize that scientific name, but let me Google it. Guess I'll have to Google it. The featherfin. Furcifer. Obviously I've heard of the featherfin cichlid, but I don't know that I've heard of this specific one. Let's see. What? Bob go overboard on pets? That's not like me. I know, Barbara. I know. Reef Community Worldwide says, great channel. Well, if you're talking about mine, thanks. G-Bear says, figures I buy a Fluval 2.0 and they come out with a new light. Yeah, well, and remember, it's that time of year. We're getting really close. There's CES this year, so, or well, right now in January, and then a couple months later, all the new electronics come out. So, yep. I generally do not buy electronics in January or February. Steenfott Aquatics, the fishbowl hit 400 subs, I'm assuming you're talking about. That's pretty awesome. Are you scared that once your first dart frogs, it will be over for your fish room? No. No, I do love myself some dart frogs, but what I imagine happening, Dank, is like everything. I'll go extremely overboard and then realize that I went overboard and have to scale back. That's pretty much the story of my life. Let's see. Yes, your channel's great. Keep it up. Thank you, my friend. That's what I meant. Change channels from Corvus to here. Oh. Well, thanks for stopping by, John. Now I get what you're talking about. Harley says my red tail catfish is 3 feet long. That's a fish I will never, ever own. Alright, so this is going to be pretty quick. Just going over, this is like the year-end totals. Although Flynn just kicked or banned or timed out someone that probably cares about this kind of information. Thank you, Flynn. So, from January to December, this is 2017 totals. And I just deleted my chat. That was smart. Pull this back up. I should do a contest. Although, it's really easy to find this information, so maybe I won't. Alright, so last year... Watch time, total watch time minutes, 14.983 million minutes watched on my channel. That's crazy. And obviously this is nothing compared to bigger channels, but for my channel, for how small it is, that's pretty sweet. How many views? What's going on over? Better check it out, chat. Do you think about doing an auto water change system for the fish room remodel? Nope, because I rent and I can't modify the house. Travis Hemming says, here's another year of crushing hopes and dreams. Thank you, Travis. I appreciate the $5 super chat, and that actually helps my hopes and dreams. So thank you. Woo, was getting tired at work. Thanks for being here to pick me back up again. No problem, Gian. Bob, do a reptile contest. I wouldn't even know where to start. All right, so total views for last year, 1.9 million views. 1.9 million views on my channel last year. We had $76,141 is how much I made. No, I'm just kidding. 76,141 likes. 2,028 dislikes. So 2,028 haters out there. We had 185,227 comments. That's a lot of comments. A majority of those actually coming from February. If you guys remember, like everything on my graphs here is spiking in February, because if you remember last February we did the daily video challenge, even though I'm pretty sure no one else did it, Gian. even though you're the one that started it, I'm pretty sure I'm the only one that did it. So, you know, just saying, just saying. Yeah, so 185,227 comments. Shares, my videos were shared 2,781 times. That's a lot of shares. And I feel like I don't do my part in shares, so I appreciate all of you guys sharing. I always forget. Like, I didn't even share this live stream. I forgot. Basically because, well, I mean, excuses, right? But I get off work, I get home, I take the dogs out, I feed the fish, and I immediately have to start live streaming. So shares are like the last things on my mind. Barbara Jackson says, I had 108 minutes of watch time. We all got to start somewhere. What else did I miss? Nothing. Let's keep going. I had my videos and playlists. This is how many videos you all put in your playlist. 10,796 videos were in my playlist. And how many subscribers I got last year? Anyone guess how many subscribers I got just last year? Dude Bob, you keep, we have the same shirt. I think you need to cut back on the beers, my friend. Dude, it's The Office, man. Everyone loves The Office. If you don't like The Office, you're pretty much a communist. Just saying. Subscribers. Last year, I got 14,434 subscribers. So that's pretty awesome. What else can we look at? We could try to guess my most popular video. 8 billion. Yeah. 14,434 subscribers last year. 11,000, 12,000 was close. 1 million subs. The Office is hilarious, yes. I've said this before, if you put me on a stranded island and I had to pick one show, I could only watch one show the rest of my life on that stranded island, it would probably be The Office. I have a 75 gallon. Can you suggest a full freshwater puffer? Yep, Amazon puffers. Science Gal says, with your advice, I broke my goal. Thank you. What was your goal? If you told me, I'm sorry, I don't remember. But I'm glad you hit it at least. Pittsburgh Pets is the winner. He guessed right. Fish order unboxing. $1,500 fish order unboxing was my most popular video with 874,412 minutes watched. Now the next one is going to get harder because the next one didn't come out last year. Because with The Office you get a second drink. Yes, Pogi Ken brings up another excellent puffer, although around my area it's kind of a spendy little guy. How much does adds Aquasoil, ADS Aquasoil, lower pH hardness? I don't even know what that is. ADS Aquasoil, I've never heard of it. How many times swallowed fish tank water? Inglorious Bettas asked, why unboxing so popular? I don't know, and they're popular no matter what you're unboxing, whether you're an electronics channel, an automotive channel, gun channel. Unboxing videos always do crazy. I'm not drinking, I'm doing water changes. CL Roman, how you doing? Kala, how you doing? Huh, Bob? Got chairs thrown at him for that video. Ooh, what were you drinking? Why are you all wet? Do you like rum? I do not drink anymore. Michael Trevino with the $20 super chat. Here's to another great year. Definitely my favorite channel. Thank you, Michael Trevino. I always appreciate seeing you in here. You are definitely a regular, and I appreciate it. Whew. Let's see what had the most views. Probably the same video, right? Yep. Of course. Although here's something interesting. So the fish order unboxing has 875,000 watch time, but only 130,000 views. Whereas that beta video has 300,000, so less than half, but it has 114,000 views. So it's right there. Man, I don't know why I'm burping. The excitement of opening a package with none of the cost of the buyer's remorse. Yeah, that's a lot. I'm sure that has a lot to do with it. The real question is, how many times will Bob eat fish in 2018? I don't know. I mean, I had fish and chips last year. Very rarely do I eat fish. Actually, I did eat a lot of salmon in like a week when I went down to Seattle. What's the fish behind me with the pink? I think that's like a... So I used to think that those were CPDs, but they're clearly not. Like, CPDs don't hang out in the open. Now I think it's like a Daisy's rice fish or something like that. But I don't know for sure. Some kind of killifish. That's my guess. I know Jimmy, this is Jimmy's fish tank, and he's told me like 100 times, and I just don't remember. Probably because I don't care. If I cared, I'd probably remember. You think I would remember because somebody asked me every single video. How many slices of pie last year? That's the big zero. Big zero. My average view duration was 7 minutes and 52 seconds. So that's how long people watch my videos for before they turned it off. So I guess it's pointless to make videos that are 8 minutes long. Oh, so yeah, that's the numbers for last year. Hopefully we can come close or beat it this year. But I haven't made any YouTube goals. Well, in a roundabout way I have, but not any like real. Like last year my goal was to get to 10,000 subscribers, and obviously we killed that goal thanks to you guys. Clearly thanks to you guys, because I'm not sharing my videos and you guys are, so that helps out a lot. Do I like sushi? I do not like sushi. No sushi for me. Flynn, get more people in trouble. Let's see what this comment says. I'm eating crayfish now, and you are very excited about it. Favorite video? I don't like my videos. I actually hate my videos, Hilton. And I don't. If they weren't my videos, I would probably like them. But by the time I film them, edit them, watch them, I've seen them so many times that I'm absolutely sick of them, and I don't like them. How many tank overflows during water changes? I think we got one on camera, but that's actually something I haven't done in a while, knock on wood. Should I add a power head to help circulate the water in my 60-gallon? I think only you can answer that. No, get out of there. Get out of there. I mean, it really depends on, could your fish handle the current? Is there a reason why you think you need more current? What else do we got here? Do live streams count towards how long people watch? Yep, but live streams, people don't watch live streams for very long. Let's see if I can find that information. Hey, stop screwing around with the cords, dog. You're gonna get fried. Live streams. Watch time? Probably help if I go to watch time. Is cyanobacteria detrimental to shrimp? I have shrimp that are that's living with cyanobacteria, and it doesn't seem to be a problem for them. Okay. So like, well, that live stream doesn't count. It looks like about 15 minutes-ish is the average watch time for live streams. I think a random Thursday night one is almost at 30 minutes, but I think the one with Rachel O'Leary, the live stream I did with Rachel O'Leary, has the highest averaged view duration for a live stream. It was like 30-some minutes, so that was pretty awesome. Did you mention number of videos published? I don't know if it tells me that. And if it does, I don't know where to find that information. Down the wormhole says, lurking while cooking. Thanks for the entertainment. What are the kind of stats? Karen said, anybody need a puppy? I have 2 for adoption, but it comes with a $5,000 surgery. I've been there. It sucks. 15 minutes isn't bad. Nope, that's more than I could watch of me for sure. Redneck Fish Tank says, I've got Corey Fry. That is awesome. Congratulations, sir. Sir. Randy says, have I ever played with killifish? I've been really wanting to get some Gardnerite. Yep, I have had Gardnerite killifish. I've never had blue Galaris, but they are awesome fish. My favorite killifish is the Norman's Lamp-Eye killifish, which is like the cheapest killifish you could possibly get. But I think they're awesome. They look really good under a light, obviously lamp-eye, right? And they're really easy to breed. Mine bred without me even trying, so they're pretty awesome. So the lesson learned is to live stream with Rachel O'Leary. Yep. Hello, the bearded fish keeper. Jason, hello. Down the wormhole, what were those trout-looking fish you have again? Any guests on upcoming live streams? No. I talked about it with Michael, but I haven't talked to him. I think it's been a couple days. Actually, I don't think I've talked to him since New Year's. LG3 Nation with the $2 super chat. Thank you, my friend. In addition to the $2.95 super chat from last night. Dang, I've been sitting through the whole thing. Didn't know I could leave after 15 minutes. Yeah, you feel free to leave whenever you want. Bob, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you like eating videos? I meant editing. I either like it or I hate it, and it depends on how much fun I had making the video. So I have fun editing when I'm using more than one video camera, which I very rarely do. I need to start doing it more. But yeah, it really depends on the video. Can a Rachel O'Leary cardboard cutout work? Asking for a friend. No, but I can actually green screen her on here. That's what I should do, is green screen Rachel O'Leary on my live stream. And then just like download the audio from some random video she did. That'd be funny. I get to see Rachel tomorrow. I'm preparing myself not to act like a complete dork. Is it wrong to ask for an autograph? Nope. When she was here in Seattle, people were asking for pictures and such, so she's used to it. Wait, people have fun making videos, have been doing it wrong all along. Bob, what new camera and computer are you getting this year? That's funny, because I need both. You know, I got that laptop at the end of last year, but I miss having a really good desktop. I was able to piece together this desktop I'm using now, and it's really slow and clunky. The laptop I use for editing, but I really need to get a good desktop, and I'll probably just build it myself. It depends on how lazy I am when I have the money. That's what it comes down to. Michael Trevino says, Bob, quit ignoring me. Michael Trevino. Bob, guess what I got yesterday? What did you get? Herpes? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, fish nerd. I have to edit while huddling a toddler. It's hard. Yep, I can verify. Fish need even. I knew what you were talking about. The secret history of living in your aquarium. What up, Bob? I finally got a schedule to catch this live stream. Hope all is well. Things are doing great, my friend. Editing is so time consuming at times. Yep, especially when you're using 2 cameras, but like I said, I do find it more fun. It was a joke, Michael. It was a joke. I think it's the joke from Hangover. Is that where that's from? Maybe The Office? I don't remember. Simply Betta says, there goes the demonetization. Yep, there went Michael. I just lost a faithful subscriber. I buy power all the way, Bob. They do everything and it costs nearly the same as building your own PC. The thing is, Simply Betta, Michael Trevino says, 3 more 180 gallon tanks. Wow, and herpes. All right. Well, at least I guessed correctly, right? Anyways, Simply Better. The thing I've heard about iBuyPower is when you look at all their reviews, it's that they have terrible customer service. And I never have ever needed to call customer service for a computer company, but I still hate companies that have terrible customer service. So I don't know. We'll see. They are definitely a good value. I definitely want the new i7, maybe even the new AMD. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Sandy Cheek says, I spent $2K for my desktop with a monitor. Yep, I need new monitors too. Let's see. Melissa Bell says, we built the kids' new PC for Christmas this year, about $1,200 for a nice setup. Yeah, my old desktop I built, that was right around $1,000, I think. Lucas says, is the Earth flat or round? Obviously the Earth is flat. I mean, I'm not spinning off the Earth, so obviously the Earth is flat. The universe spins around us, right? Okay, serious question. How best to wire the fish room reptile stuff? I don't want to daisy chain surge protectors and extend. You're asking the wrong person, Gian. I almost burnt down my house from doing that. Yeah. Remember, I burned up a freaking light switch? Not a light switch, a plug. So yeah, I'm not the person to ask that. I'm not giving electrical advice ever. I've also burned down my cars a few times. Not completely, but yep. What was that Asus laptop you were recommended for video editing? I don't have it here and I don't know the model number, but it's pretty much already outdated. Simply Better says, used iBuyPower in 2011 and spent $3K on my PC. 7 years later, it's still pretty badass, but it's time for a new one. Wow, 2011? Jeez. Do you know anything about feeding boas? Info online seems conflicting. I've never owned a boa constrictor, only pythons. So, and the python I have now doesn't even want to eat. So, nope. Nope. Another question that I cannot answer. What is... thanks, Fish, but I was trying to read that comment. What is your pet dog's name? Jesse, one of my huskies' name is Serif, not Sarah. Serif, short for Seraphim. And then my puppy's name is Chance. Chance. From Homeward Bound. That's where I got that name. Do you know anything about feeding boas? I already got that one. I thought maybe you did some research after that. Yes, Inglorious. What I learned is don't daisy chain surge protectors and extension cords. That's what I learned. I did get some advice from Corey, as far as like, you know, as far as, what am I trying to say? Because he's rewiring his whole fish room right now. I forgot what I was going to say. It'll come to me. It'll come to me at like midnight when I'm trying to sleep. Yeah, Fish Nerd with the $20. Oh, I think my mouse is dying. That's not good. Fish Nerd with a $20 super chat. Thanks, my friend. Everyone should check out Carlos over at the Fish Nerds channel. Thanks for the great family friendly after I'm just talking about herpes. Family friendly channel for being such a cool guy. All your success is deserved. Success is deserved, my friend. Thank you, Carlos. I appreciate it. Carlos recently passed 3,000 subscribers, so that's pretty awesome. Let's see, what else we got going on here? Who else can I offend? Steenfott Aquatics, you will be in Corey's new studio when it's done, right? I'm sure at some point. Melissa Bell, what type of boa? How old? What are you feeding it? Housing situation? Heat? There you go. Karen sounds like she knows what she's talking about. Oh man, I just scrolled past everything. Here we go. I think I was right about here. I need to start editing videos. Currently, my channel is all freeform. Might as well be live. Yep. Yeah, if you're not editing videos, unfortunately, I don't know that you're going to go far. And you can look at my channel as a perfect example. The last 30 days or so, I've done like 2 or 3 videos and like 100 live streams, and my channel is tanked. So live streams are only there to have fun. They're not there to grow your channel. Fish Nerd says, I learned the same lesson about power cords. Yep. One of the, yeah, and I mean, that's the whole reason I'm redoing my fish room. And maybe after I redo the fish room, I'll have some advice for you, but dogs rule and cats drool. Wiring the fish room would be an awesome video, but I'm not actually wiring anything. All I'm doing is plugging in surge protectors and unplugging daisy-chained surge protectors, cutting back on how many lights I have going, how many heaters, and I think the big thing was the dehumidifier. That definitely burned it up pretty quick. I have an electrician coming Friday to rewire the fish room. That's the way to do it. If it comes to you at midnight, then please go live at midnight. If I'm awake at midnight, I'm going to have a bad day tomorrow. Hard time speaking, huh? Yep. My mouth is really dry. I need to drink more. The Secret History Living in Your Aquarium says, how did that 75-gallon rescape end off? I watched the video, but was curious what else you're planning on. I'll be putting the Cupid cichlids in there for sure. I might move over the ropefish and the eel, but I don't know how I feel about moving those over because they have hang-on back filters, and the ropefish and the eels can actually climb out through your hang-on back filter. No matter how tight you make it, you always have to leave a little opening for the water to come back in, right? So that's kind of why I'm hemming and hawing about it. But it would be nice to get them over there because I'd be able to see them a lot better. Science Simply Better says, okay, why is daisy chaining extension cords and surge protectors bad? Asking for a friend. Yeah. Hey doc, I have these weird lumps. I'm asking, or my friend has these weird lumps. Because it causes more resistance. So when things kick on and off in your daisy chaining, so I know, like in cars, for instance, and I can only relate to cars because I used to install electrical stuff into cars, but I know nothing about home electricals. Anytime you would like splice a wire and connect it, even through like soldering or like butt connectors or things like that, you would lose like 3 ohms of resistance going through there. So every time you daisy chain something, you're losing resistance, or you're creating more resistance. Yeah, that's right. I should probably not act like I know what I'm talking about. Like in my mind, I know what I'm talking about, but that's about it. Oh, we got some more super chats here. How many red tail fat catfish? Man, you're right. I cannot talk tonight. How many red tail catfish can I fit in a 10-gallon tank? Probably lots of fry. Thanks for the $4.20 super chat, Chris, Mr. Reliable with the $4.20 super chat. Simply better because you can easily overload your circuit. Yep, adding more resistance. Doing that, way more things you can plug in than you're supposed to. Yep. Michael Trevino with the $20 super chat again. Screw it, let's get completely demonetize this stream. Herpes. I don't know if that would demonetize the stream, to be honest. I don't think it would. Because technically it could be like medical. Alright? I don't know. Alright, I've been lurking, but now I have to go do homework. Well, thank you, Fishbowl, and congrats on 400 subscribers. Just plug things in, and sometimes they turn on. I'm also upgrading, so I had a lot of the cheap, like $5 special. They're not even surge protectors. They're just, you know, allow you to plug in more things into one outlet. But I wouldn't really call them surge protectors. Erica Mitchell with the subscription. Thank you if you're here. But I'm also upgrading all those and buying some nicer, higher end surge protectors, actual surge protectors. I'm also going to be getting a UPC for my air pump, since I have a central air pump. If I lose power, UPC will still keep it going, so that'll be nice. Is Candy leaving? Sorry if I missed your chat that you were leaving. Good night, Bob and Fish Fam. There it is. Good night, Candy. Thanks for being here, and thanks for linking the links that you linked. I appreciate it. Joel says, sorry, John, I barely read the chat at work. I'm just entertaining myself while talking back to Bob. Let's see. What else do we got here? Priscilla says, I bought a $2 4-foot LED strip from China. It came without plug, though, so I went and got a plug for $1.50 and plugged it in and started smoking. Figured it was cheap, but it was probably my fault. It was probably just cheap. Okay, lovely dog puke. Gotta go clean up a mess. Gotta love my life. Yep, I gotta pick up dog puke last weekend. That was fun. Rich, hello. So you have one fan plugged into the power strip. Then you say you have 6 fans plugged into the power strip, which is then plugged into another strip. You have 6 things pulling juice on one plug. Yep. What about Bob says we could talk about guns? Well, you have to talk about modding AR-15s. That's the stuff that's getting demonetized and deleted. And ever since Vegas, it's kind of calmed down a little bit, but there was a rash of demonetization and banning videos that had to do with modding AR-15s. Bob, know anyone who wants a clown knife? Just you. Rename the stream Dr. Bob's Med School. Yep. I would have to change the category. I was actually thinking about, because when you make a YouTube channel, you categorize it like what genre. Right now it's pets. I was thinking about changing it to science. Not that anything I do is science, but I'm curious if science has like more traction. But I doubt it would do anything for my channel. Yay, now we can talk about crabs without worry. Yep. Hello everyone. Speaking of crabs, so now we're really gonna get demonetized. So last weekend I went and saw a $5 Lady of the Night. If you don't know what that is, you'll have to Google it. Well, I had to go to the doctor today, and it ends up I got crabs. So I went back to her, and I said, hey, you gave me crabs. And she said, well, it was only $5. What did you expect? Lobster? Oh, that's stupid. You working tomorrow, Bob? I sure am. Have you any tips or experience with Congo pufferfish? Yep, I killed my Congo pufferfish very horribly. Massacred it. I was actually pretty broken up about it for a while. So that is my experience with Congo puffers. Yeah, it sucked. What had happened is while I was in quarantine, I had a hang-on back filter. I don't remember which one it was, but the intake, he bumped it or he did something, and the intake fell off, and he actually swam up into the tube and got chopped up by the propellers. So, yeah, I came home to a chopped up pufferfish, and it sucked. It really sucked. It was still alive too. The whole part that puffs out, like he obviously went up the tube, got cut, puffed up out of self-defense, and his whole gut got chopped off as he puffed out. So, yep. I'm laughing at the response to the jokes, not about me horribly killing a awesome fish. Might be an idea to ask. They might not like the idea of water in apartments. Check your lease. Yep, if someone's talking about putting aquariums in apartments, they usually have a size restriction, and it usually matters on what floor you're on too. Although I luckily have only lived in one apartment for 1 year of my life. Want to see... Oh, Priscilla, link in my Patreon page. Thank you. Do you have any guns? Just only a couple. Sometimes life chops you up. Yep. Yeah, that had to be like a top 5 worst fish keeping experience for me. Definitely. That does suck. I had a molly get chopped up like that while I was cleaning the guard many years ago. Yeah, I still don't even know how that stupid fish got the intake off, because they're on there pretty good. And I think it was the Aqueon. It was the Aqueon hang on back, because the propeller for an Aqueon actually sits inside the tank. So, yeah. One of my live streams got demonetized because I posted a thumbnail of me holding the caulk gun like a rifle. I would wager that probably not why. I mean, we really never know why. But for me, my live streams or my videos get demonetized because they think I'm swearing. If you go back and watch the closed captioning, like it'll have me saying like the F word, the S word, quite regularly, specifically because I stutter a lot. I think it gets confused on what I'm saying, and it just assumes that I'm swearing. So, yeah, it's unfortunate. and other channels that have been getting demonetized, I found that to be the same thing if you turn on closed captioning, and it has them swearing. Well, what else do we got going on here? Bob also takes pictures. Oh yeah, I did post a video of my dogs on Instagram today. Let me check my Instagram. You mean an airplane? What? Oh yeah, look at all these likes. No, I'm just kidding. 210 times people have viewed your video. Bob swears like a sailor. I do in real life. Yep. So the thing about me is my professional career started out in sales. And so I learned from a young age to tailor my my actions and my speech around who I'm talking to. So for instance, when we go out with a group of guys, cuss and swear, make raunchy jokes, things like that. You go out with the family, then you keep it clean, things like that. It's really easy for me to not accidentally swear, because I've been kind of tailoring my demeanor towards who I'm talking to, if that makes any sense. If YouTube demonetized for confusion due to stuttering, then I am an inclined plane wrapped helically around a conical cylinder twisted with force into a board. Casey says, I love your video about hiking to find driftwood and rock. Yeah, I'm going to do more of those for sure. That was a really hard video to shoot because it's hard to talk about nothing when I'm by myself. At least when I'm shooting videos by myself in the fish room, I can talk about my fish. But just walking around in the middle of nowhere, it was hard to come up with things to say. Why do fish live in salt water? Because pepper makes them sneeze. Oh, Harold with the dad joke. Yeah, Pittsburgh says, as I make a crab joke to children. Yeah. Yep. Let's see. Bob, can you teach my mom not to be inappropriate around people? Nope. Nope. I don't know how old she is, but she's too old. Can't teach an old dog new tricks, right? Bob, I talk the same with friends that I do with my family. I think that's why I'm the black sheep. I'm also quite filthy in real life, and might have a gun or 50. So much in common. Yep. I only have a couple. Bob, what would you use as substrate for a planted shrimp breeding tank? If I could afford it, I would use EcoComplete. Just follow me on Instagram. Thanks. I think I just passed like 1,000 people on Instagram. Well, I don't know how to check that. 1,128 followers. So that's pretty cool. Anyways, I think I just read something seriously. Oh yeah, the planted shrimp tank. Although, if you saw my video, I did get fluval stratum that I bought from Flip Aquatics. So I hope to be trying that soon. Michael Trevino with another $20 super chat. I think that's $60 tonight, which is insane. Says, gotta go. Have a good night, Bob. Catch you on the flippity flop. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you, Michael Trevino. That is insanely helpful, and I am really grateful, especially after the herpes joke. Bob's Insta game is strong. I don't know that I would go that far, but considering I have no idea what I'm doing on Instagram, like when I look at other people's posts, they have like a huge long list of tags. I've never tagged anything, and got to 1,100 people, so that's kind of neat, I think. I want to buy a rainbow fish from Gary Lang. Can you help me contact him? Gary Lang has never returned any of my emails, so I can't. Michael just spent... That's not true. I guess he did return... He sent out a email to my fish club and responded to me that way. But as far as me actually emailing him directly, is never... I'm sure that dude gets insane amount of emails, so... I don't know the magic formula for getting his attention. Oh, I forgot to ask this, but what substrate do you use in the breeding for profit tank? Fish poop. There's not much substrate in there anymore, but I do add, what did I add last time? Oyster shells, I think. I do add oyster shell and like aragonite, but that's about it. Otherwise, I'm sure everything else is broken down. There was Eco Complete in there at one point. There was fluoride in there at one point. There was just regular sand in there. That tank has been around the block many times. Oh, excuse me. Sean, did you set up the fluval shrimp and plant substrate yet? Nope, I have not. That won't get set up until probably the later stages of redoing my fish room. Steenfott going to get a new Super Chat record for 2018. I think we got a ways to go tonight. Even, remember, one of the $20 was like SEC, which is like 10 to 1. So a $20 Super Chat is not really $20. But the 320s, I mean, this is by far more than my average. I think I average like $6 or $10 in Super Chats. But again, I don't really ask for them, right? I don't like beg for Super Chats. The same thing with Patreon. Like I don't push my Patreon either. Greg Sage says fish poop is a big no-no. He says it's not good for plants or fish. Everybody has their opinions, right? But you can't look at my breeding fish for profit tank and say that it's not working. Like there are an insane amount of shrimp, an insane amount of guppies, an insane amount of plecos. And you have to go through about a ½ inch of fish poop before you finally get to the substrate. So I'm not saying go out and fill your tank with poop and use poop as a substrate. I'm just saying it gets broken down. And it's not even really fish poop, right? It's the leftover of the byproduct. My mystery snail collection is all Bob's fault. It's getting out of hand. Yes, Taylor, I had to get rid of my my mystery snails. So I'm glad you got them when you did, because I don't have them anymore, and I know you have a ton more different kinds now, and they were just too much work, man. Those things bred like crazy, and I've ended up feeding a lot of them to my puffer. Actually, I kind of spread them around through my different tanks, and then so each tank has like 1 or 2 mystery snails, but they're also filled to the top, so they won't lay eggs, and then all the rest went to my puffer. And we got a $40 Super Chat. Now we're getting on the record level. The record, we're getting close to the record. We at least got to be somewhat there. Remember, the record is when Corey was on here. It's like $200. Figured I'd leave it on a better evening. Oh, figured I'd leave it on a better even number. That is $100 from Michael Trevino. Thanks. I'm really good at showing appreciation, which is why I don't advertise my Patreon or really like push Super Chats or things like that, because I'm really bad at showing appreciation, but I really do appreciate it. Humanure. Note to self: invite Michael Trevino to all my live streams. Yeah. Use fish poop as a substrate. Yeah. LG3 Nation. The answer to every question is it's definitely ick. LOL, I walk in the door and Doug of the North's audio is behind mine. I just went through a time warp. You have me in Dolby surround sound. How long does a tank last before you have to reseal it? So kind of the industry standard, TJ, is 10 years. 10 years. Michael Trevino is making it rain $20 bills. Yep. Going to send Michael my GoFundMe account. All right, Michael pays Bob's electric bill tonight. My electric bill is actually only $60 a month. So obviously it's way cheaper now because I went from about 30 fish tanks to being down to around 20. So that's nice. I'm also appreciating the time. I hope I don't get addicted to the free time, not free time, but the more time I'm having towards other things. Like, obviously I got a puppy, so that takes up more time. It would have been harder to deal with my puppy if I still had 30 fish tanks. So I hope I don't get addicted to not having to do water changes 30 times. But you know me, I'll end up just buying fish and having to set everything back up. Who am I joking? That's the way it's gonna go. Keep trying for Flynn. He'll get it eventually. Steenfott Aquatics. What kind of bagels can fly? A plain bagel. Canadians. Howdy, Bob. How are you, buddy? I'm doing excellent. Any idea how I can keep my tinfoil barbs from eating my plants? Nope. You could try. If you don't have, you could try a Nubius or other thicker leaved plants. I don't know what kind of plants you're dealing with, but Anubias are basically like the hardiest, thickest plants, and even African cichlids won't touch them. Goldfish won't touch them. So, I mean, that's about all I could suggest. What is a good schooling fish with a pistogramma? I love putting rainbow fish with my apistos. You can do pencil fish, hatchet fish. All of those stay on top. But I love, one of my favorite tank setups is a planet tank with rainbow fish, apistos, corridoras, and a couple plecos. I would not be surprised if every single one of my tanks turned into that someday. Let's see. Taylor says, I got a super cheap 75-gallon on Craigslist, and it turns out to have a leak. Oh, well, you get what you pay for. Time to learn to reseal. Yes, I resealed a 125-gallon tank that I paid $200 for, so I feel like $200 is a fair price for a good condition 125. Then I spent all the time resealing it, and then I second-guessed myself. I didn't trust my work, even though I'm sure it was just fine, and I ended up selling it for $250. So 2 full days of resealing made me $50. Not to mention driving 2 hours to pick it up. But hey. You started the bad jokes tonight, Bob. No one to blame but yourself. Yeah, I know. Mystic Moon Gaming says, my killifish fry are free swimming now. That's awesome. Resealing is super easy. Just takes time and patience. That size tank will take 2 tubes of silicone. Oh no, this is what happened to the 125. While I was resealing it, like an idiot, I went to get up and put my hand on one of the braces to kind of like hold myself up, and I went right through and broke the brace. So between that and then also resealing the tank, I just didn't trust it, so I sold it to someone who had a really big snake. Thanks, Mr. Science Geek. I better order myself some safe silicone. What brand do you use? I never remember the brand, but there is like GE 1200 series is what I use. There's another brand. Whoa. Apparently, if you search Amazon for silicone, you get some honkers on there too. That's interesting. GE SCS 1200 silicone. I've used that in the past, and there's another really good one that I can never remember. Getting rid of that. Simply Better, I used the GE silicone. Make sure it doesn't have the mold preventator in it, and it will be a safe. Yes, the SCS 1200 has a higher strength for pulling apart than just the regular. So it's $15 a tube versus like the $5 regular GE1 or GE2, whatever it is. I forget what they call it, but as far as the strength that it holds when you're pulling it apart is higher. When you Teasdale, go a little wider with the strips of silicone than the original to guarantee a seal. Well, silicone won't seal to silicone, so you definitely have to make sure you get it all. You have to use a razor blade, and then rubbing alcohol works when you're getting the real fine stuff. I know WTF is Teasdale. I don't know. Amazon sells everything. Yep, apparently you can buy fake boobs on Amazon. That is... I'm going to have to post an affiliate link for fake boobs. What do you guys think? Is there any material you can use that's safe for fish to create hardscapes with similar to cement? Well, you can use cement, you can use clay. I love to be able to sculpt something, maybe silicone. Why couldn't you use cement or clay? There is, if you go to, let me see if I can find it. What you want to do is it would probably take a while to find. Big Fly Multimedia Lawn over at Big Fly Multimedia makes his own sculptures for his fish tanks. And let's see if I can find what he uses. It's got to be in one of these videos. Man, he changed all his thumbnails. Well, I'm not going to be able to find it quickly, so I cannot help you. Alright, I give up. I give up. Sorry. What do you think about marble hatchetfish? I love hatchetfish. You just got to remember that they are jumpers. They will jump out of anything. Hey Bob, how do I find these honkers asking for a friend? All I did was go to Amazon. And I typed in SC1200 silicone. Wait. Maybe SCS 1200 silicone. Maybe just 1200 silicone? Now I forgot what I searched for. Oh, 1200 silicone. That's all you have to search for. 1200 gram silicone breast. Alright, now we're definitely getting demonetized, but hey, with this many super chats, I don't have to worry about getting demonetized, right? Screw it. I make it thicker. I'm going to be featuring my own handmade fish tank sculptures on my channel soon. Just waiting for my scape to fill in. So there you go. Everyone should already be subscribed to Simply Beta if you're not, but there you go. Quickly turning into an adult stream. Oh my, yep. Well, Flynn's the only kid here right now, so it's alright. Remember, people only watch 15 minutes of this, so no one's watching anymore anyways. Can epoxy resin be used in tanks? So I would do your research, but I would go out on a limb and say that once it is completely cured, I would think it would be okay. Same with, you know, fiberglass, same thing. I know people that have made plywood aquariums and strengthen it with epoxy resin and fiberglass. So as long as you're 100% sure it's cured, I think you'll be all right. The Tactical Tetra says, best way to breed guppies, get a male and female, put them in a tank, feed them, and that's it. Seriously though, I would get one male and a couple females. Kate says, thanks Bob, you're a lifesaver. Must say mold free, that is true. Oh, I'm not going to read that comment. Flynn is Canadian, so it's okay. Yep. See, Flynn will be nice no matter what I say because he's Canadian. He has to be nice. I think it's a law. I was just gone. What happened while I was gone? Nothing, Flynn. Nothing, Flynn. Perfect timing. I'm 10 years old. Well, you're mature enough. Is Nisi back? Doug and I are still watching, just making dinner. Doug said you lost him at herpes, though. Yeah. Well, one of these days when I come up there for dinner, well, we might go over it a little more. How long do you think you could keep a Fahaka puffer in a 75-gallon? Maybe 6 to 8 months-ish. Are plecos found in the wild like zebra and leopard frog, or do those fancy and trendy plecos come from line breeding? No, those are definitely in the wild. Although zebra plecos are probably never going to be in the wild anymore since they built that dam. Just a matter of time before those are all gone. Although the good news is apparently Brazil is not going to be building any more mega dams. I think they were going to build something like 12 or something crazy like that. But if the stories are true, I don't think they're going to do it. Lauren says, Joe used 2-part epoxy to seal the inside. Oh yeah, he did. Yep. The herpes was Michael Trevino. So honestly, if you drop $100 in super chats, I'll probably say just about anything. I want to come fly pie airlines. I think you're just trying to get me demonetized. Jen and Trev's fish room, either separate the parents from the fry or wait a few spawns and they will eventually become good parents. Jen and Trev, I'm guessing you might have had parents eat your fry. My breeding pair of angelfish, which I rescued recently, spawned and ate them. Yep. What would you suggest as a tip to keep the spawn from being ate? And yes, so like Mr. Science Geek says, pretty much the only thing you can do is separate them. Eventually, like he said, they will figure out. That is pretty common in all cichlids, that it takes them, 2, 3, sometimes 5 spawns before they figure out that, wait a minute, we're supposed to be protecting these fish, not eating them. So they'll figure it out eventually. Cichlids are really, really good parents once they figure it out. Didn't you get a husky pup too? Oh yeah, the husky. So, little joke. I was just dog sitting the husky. I didn't actually get it. Coco, the husky puppy, was just staying for the weekend. So, sorry about that deception, but it was fun for me. He seems to not be answering that question. What question? What question are we talking about? Cape Cod, what question? He seems a nice man. I'll make sure to bring some gasoline for the planes for some reason. What question? Man, super secret safety meeting. I'm curious about this question. Ask Cop if he got some guppies from me. Now I'll have fry. Sean Nebula, I seem to never see the parents go after the fry, just the larger fry from previous batches. To a fish, they like fries like we like fries. That's kind of funny. Bob, you're mean. What did I do now? I'm feeling kind of snarky though, but I was also feeling this way on Thursday. Whatever. I did live stream on Twitch this weekend, but only like 3 people showed up. So that's a pretty good way to kind of get some one-on-one time. I asked the puppy question a few times, the Coco question. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, I wasn't ignoring it on purpose. I swear. I was just dog sitting for a coworker and a friend. So, yep. That dog raised hell for 3 days and then went home. What's the best air pump, piston or diaphragm? 600 gallons. You did not answer. I asked. Oh, what's the best air pump? I go with diaphragm. Hey Bob, in your opinion, do you think water flow less versus more could affect aggression or squabbling? I think it would depend on the fish. Might be a dumb question, but it just popped in my head and I've never heard it asked. I don't know. I think if you had a lot of flow, the fish might be distracted by not getting like blown away. That's like the only scenario I can think of that it might help with aggression. You kids are all going to be sorry if you don't get off my lawn. Just subbed, first time watching. B2 Fishy, thank you, my friend. I did see the subscription, but got sidetracked. So thank you. Sounds like my last boyfriend. 3 days, caused hell and left. Man, I used the Gemco pump. I'm pretty sure it's diaphragm, but now you got me second guessing myself. Where is it? Oh, linear piston. Sorry. Yes. Thanks for questioning me. Linear air piston. That thing is this. So I have, if you go to Gemco, I have the LPH 45, I believe. It's $200, and it's huge for an air pump, and it is quieter than any of the Tetra whisper filters. Aquarium Co-op is correct. I have the linear air piston pumps. Yep, I was backwards. I'm going piston, less maintenance. Yep, linear piston. The only thing you have to change is the air filter. Michael Trevino is definitely trying to set records tonight. We might have to add this up. $20 super chat. Okay, back now. Doing water changes. Now we have to look. Let's add this up. 3, 5, 7, 12, 27, 30, 50, 70, 90, 130, 150, 155. Oh no, we got a ways to go. For the record. I think the record was like 221 when Aquarium Co-op hosted my live stream, so I didn't even get it. Bob, do you know what other species are going to be killed off from the dams? I don't. I just know the zebra pleco is one of them because it's one that I keep. I wouldn't be surprised if the leopard frog pleco is one of them, but honestly, I don't know. It's hard to get accurate information as to what's going on down there. Does Corey have to do everything for you, Bob? Yep. That's why I keep him around. That was my next question. The noise issue. The diaphragm is so freaking noisy. So look at this. go here. If you have a need for an air pump, and look, I have the LPH 45. LPH 45, it's $199. You can't even hear it. You cannot even hear it. Does Corey have? Yep. LPH 45 is the best deal in the fish world. Yes, Alec, it is amazing. I have 2 of them. So you got to remember, this is just like a word of advice. Buy 2 of them. Even if you're only going to use one, but if you're running a central air pump and the thing dies and you call up Gemco, it's going to take a couple days to get to you no matter what. So I have an LPH 45 in my fish room running, and then I have an LPH 45 in my garage just waiting its turn. But so far, no issues. Bob is quieter than a Tetra Whisper. It's way more powerful. Yep. Can you run a diaphragm downstream after 30 feet run after a piston? What? Can you run a diaphragm downstream? I have no idea. I don't know what you're talking about. I did hold the record at one point, I thought. Maybe for a single. You gave me $150 super chat once. So that's the single largest one time. But as far as total, like, I think we were talking about total. If you put 2 diapers in a... What are we talking about here? We must be past the hour mark. So if you put 2... I almost read it again, Kala. Doing good, being a pig. Why can't you ship to Canada? Well, I don't ship anything, except I gotta ship some plants to Jay's Aquatics. I gotta ship my DNA test for Chance this week, but I don't ship anything, so I don't even ship to the U.S. I visited Petco and found that the Little Rock location is $1 a gallon. Yes, Peter. Every time I see Peter, I always remember that I didn't share this on Twitter, and then Peter always gets my back and shares it for me. But yes, Peter, the $1 per gallon sale is going on till February 3rd, 10, 20, 29. $1 per gallon, 40, 50, 75s are half off. I'm not sure if you can mix linear piston and diaphragm. I think it would depend on the diaphragm's pump strength. I'm glad that you were able to decipher that question because I had no idea. What should I do in a case of a power outage and I don't have a car battery or generator? This is what I'm doing. I don't know what equipment you're working with, but for my air pump, what the heck was that? For my air pump, I am using a UPC, which is what you put on a computer to power your computer when the power goes out. So, oh, I gotta buy fish this weekend. So if you guys remember, I do have a credit. Because I bought those rainbow fish and they all came in dead. And yeah, so I gotta find some fish to buy. That was the store owner texting me. Battery power air pump is another option. Yep. Otherwise, just blow in your airline and create bubbles. It works. I think he means run 2 pumps in series. So with the linear air piston, you can definitely run 2. But like Corey said, mixing, I have no idea if you can do that. I've never even thought about it. I'm just going to go with Corey since he's way smarter than me. Let's see. Hey, it works, Bob. If you put 2 diapers on a Tetra Whisper for 40 gallon, it's almost silent. I guess so. For me, the Tetra Whispers, as far as like the smaller ones, are the quietest. But I feel like they require lots of maintenance because for me, again, this is just me, after like 6 months, they get like really clanky and loud. But that's just me. Karen says, okay, the tactical Tetra. Dwight, thanks you for subscribing, my friend. LG3 Nation, battery powered air pump. I think I already read that. Karen says, it is dinner time for the pack, loud and clear. I'll catch the rest on the replay. I hope the puke wasn't too bad. I'm pretty sure that was you. I'm trying to convince my parents to let me get a 40 gallon, but I already have 6 tanks, so I don't think they will go for it. My advice is to just buy it, bring it home, and then ask for forgiveness. So if you blow into your air like you get CO2 as well as bubbles, 2 for 1, I'm gonna have to try it, yeah. It's really good for planted tanks to blow into your own airline. Just saying. Hey, Bob, is tank glass bend normal? My new 29 gallon is bending slightly in the middle, about 1/8 of an inch. That is not normal. I'm going to go out on a limb and say you have a Tetra brand tank. That is not normal. I would be very wary. I've heard of that happening in a 29 gallon. However, I've never heard of that happening with an Aqueon 29 gallon. I've seen it only with the Tetra brand tanks. For all you old school fish keepers, Silent Giant for the win. Oh, I guess I should ask, is Mr. Science Geek, are you still here? Mr. Science Geek?
Mr. Science Geek.
Science Gal says, hoping to make my fish room quieter someday. I would love to add like sound dampening material on all the rooms or all my walls in the fish room. That would be awesome. I know Mr. Science Geek has not been streaming lately, but it looks like he is back. And I'm just going to assume that that's another $20 super chat from Michael Trevino is going crazy tonight. Advice on making wild plecos. L183 eat better. I have 20. If you have 20 L183s, I definitely understand the super chats because those are not cheap. I have 20 that are starting to look on the skinny side. They're eating some, but I've never witnessed it before. Have you tried Repashy? I've used when I had my breeding group of L183s that never bred. I used Repashy Spawn and Grow and the algae one, Soylent Green. I would mix it 50-50 and they would eat that. Yes, I'm here. Are you streaming tonight there, Rick? Are you streaming? Because I'm going over on purpose, just because I'm having fun. So I'm curious if you are actually streaming tonight. Mr. Science Geek link for later. So I guess that's true. Let's go take a look. Oh, see, I'm already over your... I thought you normally stream at 6:30. That's why I was going over. Are you streaming at 6 tonight? Well, clearly not, because I'm stealing your thunder. Know how to do that voice again? Maybe. I don't know what voice you're talking about. Shoddy My Dottie says, I pulled my Betta's tail off accidentally. What do you recommend I do? Pulling your Betta's tail off. I don't know. I don't know. The only thing I can tell you is make sure your water is pristine. Crystal clear water. Is Repashy Spawn and Grow good for live bears? Well, I fed it to my guppies. It's hard for me to say because the Repashy food, I've never had a fish turn down any of the Repashy food. So, I mean, I don't know. That being said, the only live bears I have are guppies, and they go crazy for it. Bob, you know what page with live streams has it posted? Yep, but, you know, I really don't do Facebook much anymore. Just saying. Yeah, look at all these notifications because I don't go on Facebook anymore. I'm back to kind of not being on Facebook. Shoddy, My Dottie, nice handle there. Catchy. Steenfott Aquatics, would you get L140 plecos? I know where to get some for myself, but have a lot of fish already. L140. Let's take a look. I don't know that one off the top of my head. L140. Big Band Tiger Pleco. Well, apparently it likes Repashy Soylent Green. I would say if you don't have the room for it, don't get them. Do you feed Repashy powder to fry? Absolutely, Sean. Yep. That is like my main source of food for fry. Dank Tank says, School of 6 autos. Oh, wait. I never even looked for... I'm planning to. Yes. No rush if you're having fun. Thank you. I at least got to let this run out, though. How do you pull off a betta tail? I'm an idiot. You could use green glue on the backside of a 5/8 drywall and add it over the existing drywall to dampen sound. Green glue is pricey but cuts down greatly on sound. Well, I do get the egg crate foam every once in a while. And I'm slowly building up my collection of that stuff, so hopefully. Shawnee McDottie, are you a troll? Have you kept oxalotls? Nope. I'm looking for the best substrate. Hey, get out of there. I've never kept oxalotls, but from what I have seen, a lot of people keep them on bare bottom tanks. I don't know if there's a reason for that. That's just what I see. My Danios are aggressive towards my other fish. What should I do? They nip the tails of my dwarf gourami and black skirt tetras. That sounds like Danios. They're really spazzy fish. How many do you have? You could. My only suggestion is maybe try to get more. But I know that seems like counterintuitive, but that might work. I got very excited when I walked into Petco today and saw they are starting to keep bettas in community tanks. I bet that's specific to your Petco, though. I picked it up by the tail to get it into the tank, and it broke off. Wow. Cape Cod says, is it the entire tail? Is it only the fins that are gone? So entire tail or only the fins? Somebody tell me how many likes we have. We did hit over 200 people, which has been a long time since we had over 200 people. So that's kind of cool. It's been a while. Don't mind me just wasting time here. Anyways, I have 10 Danios. Do you know what kind of Danios? I'm just curious. Would you feed autos in quarantine? I would. I always feed, I don't know, some people say don't feed your fish when they're in quarantine, but I quarantined my fish for 2 weeks. I don't know how you would not feed them. Carlos says, oxalotls are gulp eaters and will accidentally eat gravel bits. It is the reason behind the bare bottom tanks. There you go. 136 likes. We only need 14 more likes, 13 more likes. Mr. Hepner, thank you. Now 141. We don't care about dislikes. 169 watching, 143 thumbs. All right, we're getting close. Should I maybe email Aquarium Co-op and ask what you can do? Zebra Danios. LG3 Nation just realized I forgot to like. Even I liked it. Just kidding. I don't like my own videos. I'm not that guy. You might have to get rid of them. Anything special planned for 20,000 subscribers? Steven Tomlinson, not yet, but I'm sure we'll do something. I mean, I always do, right? Do you know Corey from Aquarium Co-op? Oh, you're asking Shoddy my dotty. What types of animals do you enjoy besides fish? Just curious. All animals. All animals. I feed lots during quarantine. Yep, me too. I mean, to be honest, I don't feed like the first 48 hours. I don't feed, but on the third day I do feed. Science Gal Aquatics says, liked sharing my love of fish keeping from Australia. Thank you. What is your favorite species of pleco? The L264, the Sultan pleco. Sultan pleco is my favorite pleco right now. It used to be the L397, but it is now the L264. $20,000 giveaway. Well, we got a lot more super chats to get if I'm giving away $20,000. Heather says, have to go. Yeah, we're going to cut it off at 6:20 so Rick can do his live stream. So 2 more minutes. Getting links, folks. Going to head out. Thanks for the live stream, Bob, and all. Thanks for stopping by, Andy. Thanks for stopping by, Heather. Steenfott Aquatics, the person who is going to sell me the 30-gallon with stand said she'd hold it for me until I had the cash available. There you go. Pretty sweet. What else do we got going on here? Maybe I should medicate the Rapashi with some general cure for the autos. Oh, I must have completely missed a comment where you said something was wrong with them. I've gotten autos a few times and they've always come in looking starved and sunken belly, I swear. Did you ever keep L165? Nope. I have 20 neon tetra and a 29-gallon aquarium. Is that too much? I don't think so. You know, this depends on how many water changes. Thanks, or how many water changes you want to do. Obviously, the more fish you have, the more water changes you have to do. Thanks for live stream and angelfish advice. You're no problem, Jen and Trav's Fish Room. Rick, shh, it's a secret. What happened? Oh my god, everyone. Nisi just uploaded a video. Ooh. Go to channel. Let's watch it live right now. How about that? Oh, it's 11 minutes long. We can't do it. Well, Peter says, always appreciate the live stream, Bob. Thanks for doing them. Oh, it was a lot of fun. Thumbs down. Nisi got a thumbs down from me. Just kidding. I thumbs up. Nothing wrong with them. Just wondering on a quarantine process since I use General Cure in it anyways. You know, that's an interesting idea of mixing it in with Repashy. I've actually never thought of that. That would be a good thing to do, especially if you're treating like internal parasites, is to put your medicine in Repashy. Interesting. That is for entertainment. Go check out Nisi of the North video. Yeah, I'm watching it right now. I'm looking at some goldfish. Some fat goldfish. Oh my god, not even worth watching unless you like listening to rambly crap. Well, I could turn on the audio at least. Just kidding. That we're gonna call it. We gotta let Rick do his live stream. Thanks for the live stream. Gotta go. Keep it up. Thank you, Tactical Tetra, for stopping by. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. A huge thank you to Michael Trevino, who, at last count, let's check real quick. 20, 40, 60, 100, 120, 140. $10 short of his personal best. So thank you, Michael Trevino. $140 in super chats. Chris with the $4.20. Always Chris with the $4.20. I think we know what he likes to do. The Fish Nerd Carlos with the $20 super chat. LG3 Nation with the, what is it, $4.95. Cynthia Daniels with the $2, and Mike with the 20 sec. And of course Travis Hemming with the $5 super chat. Boy, I haven't had to read that many names in a while, so that's kind of neat. I appreciate it. I really do. So thank you. Don't forget to head on over to Mr. Science Geek right there in the chat, my moderator, who is a real life science geek. Just saying. Head on over there. Michael Trevino matching his best with the $10 super chat. I wasn't trying to like egg you on. I was just stating. So thank you, Michael Trevino. I hope to see everyone Thursday at 5 p.m. Don't forget we're live streaming again. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see everyone on Thursday.